Welcome to episode 11 of my EUROPA playthrough on Stationeer difficulty of the game Stationeers. I had a bunch of thoughts as to what exactly to do next now that the power problem has been solved, because now we have enough power storage for now. I mean, there are supposed to be more batteries over here later, but that's later. And most of all, now we have a power source here. Because, I mean, those solar panels didn't do us much good. They are charging during the day with about 5,000 watts here, and but the tall wind turbines, they produce way more. I mean, not more than 5,000, but they produce it all the time. Also, when there's a storm going, then we get 50,000 watts from that platform over there. You might ask, why not more if these cables can take more? Because I need to protect the cables from overloading. These batteries can drink up infinite power. So if I deliver more than 100,000, the cables will blow out somewhere. So I need a transformer. I don't know why this thing is turning on and off the whole time. I don't think that makes sense. Anyway, I would need a second transformer in parallel, because the max setting that this one has is 50,000. But if I do put a second transformer here, what we will get is not just the power that comes from here and goes in there, and then we have the limit of 100,000 or whatever, but it will duplicate the power. I mean, I measured that, and I have also heard that bug report a few times, so yeah, that's really a thing. And I don't want to cheat, because that sucks. I'm also not going to look up the deep minor regions so that I don't have to, I don't know, play the game. Because, I mean, whatever those people do is their choice, but I find it, I mean, for me personally, I find it to be a stupid decision. I mean, Stationeers is a golden, unique experience and opportunity in the world of gaming that will not come again in my lifetime. Or will it? Depends on how long I live, maybe forever, who knows. I'm not gonna waste it. So, looking for those correct deep minor regions, that's part of the game. Alright, so let's do some decoration, and meanwhile I will certainly come up with the right decisions for the next moments. This one can be decorated, and these are certainly cabled up correctly and sufficiently so that they can be decorated. And back here I would like to have one of these so very utilitarian lights. And then I want to talk about the cold that I'm getting. I have observed in the recent 5 or so years very consciously, when I got a cold, how that went down. Not just because of COVID, but also because before that already. And so it always starts with let's imagine you're snoring, or let's imagine you're trying to pretend that you're snoring, like. I don't know if that's actually audible, because maybe the noise filter removes that when you do that with your nose. That gives you a certain feeling when you do that, right? And that's the area in which I have it feels rough, as if the skin has been attacked, has been damaged, or whatever the term should be. It feels like it's under fire. Not really bad, but it's a signal. You know, it's like this pain, this data could be called pain. And also then in the back of my throat there is also a feeling now, not that it is really an indicator, that's not really bound to it, but the back of my in the back of my nose at the top, that's an indicator when it feels like that. And, well, I came back from a vacation on Monday. Monday was 2 days ago, today is Wednesday. And guess what? Across from me sits a guy who has a cough, who was ill for a week, and now he's back at the office, but is still coughing with some nice slimy sounds. That's fun every once in a while, and today that was much weaker, but still. And I guess I got it now. Wonderful. And even though I was not too hot today to record yet another episode of this so quickly, I decided to do that anyway, because I might well be out for a few days when it comes to long speaking, or even for 1 or 2 days at least when it comes to speaking at all. Now you might say, well, for once you could shut the fuck up or just play the game. That's not me, sorry. Where did I want to go now? Well, battery. And then I need decoration stuffs. And it turns out then I need some filter. Automatic door, automatic light, automatic shredder, and automatic centrifuge that won't kick in until the shredder is really full. Ah yeah, and I need the flat walls, of which we have 20. That may be enough for this task. And we need steel sheets. So that's the first day when I have this feeling, and I had it this morning. I didn't have that yesterday, and now in the evening, and I have a very interesting rhythm. Okay, let's not talk about all those details. It has become slightly more fat, more substantial, this feeling, and I have been sneezing a few times today. That's normal. I mean, why not sneeze sometimes? It's fine. But this evening, when I got these sneezers, it felt really like they were coming, like they were caused by this feeling in my nose, and that was kind of a very clear giveaway. So I expect the next day, aka tomorrow, to show relatively clear indications that I'm now getting a cough, like this dry coughing, and actually this could also be closed up, huh? I mean, what else will I do here in this place? Except... Hello? Except maybe I want to remove this pipe. I already got a little drinky center, and I have bottles here also, do I? Yeah, which are full. Good. Oh. And then when that coughing has set in that night, then the next night, not the night that comes today, but the night tomorrow might already be a shitty one, or maybe it will be the night after that. I mean, if indeed the cold kicks in and it doesn't just pass me by, which is a possibility, I think, then that night will be shitty. I mean, not necessarily the next one, but the one after that. And then the second one after that, and then the one after that also, but less so. Anyway, once those shitty nights sets in, I will always drop ibuprofen. I don't know what the term is in English. Maybe ibuprofen. Yeah, I think that you have that too. Yeah. 400 is the highest that we can buy here in Germany without some prescription. But of course, I mean, you can just take 2, you know. But I'm not suggesting it, I'm just saying. Also, I still have a big box standing around here with ibuprofen 600, of which I only needed 1, and that wasn't even really necessary. And I don't know what to do with them now. And I don't use that stuff, you know, not an idiot. I mean, if I keep preaching like you're downloading happiness from your future, not that this stuff makes me happy, but, you know, it would make... and so on. I would not be one who makes that mistake than myself, right? Not that I would be ineligible. I mean, if someone someone tells you not to murder, they are right, even if they themselves are a murderer. Could even be argued that they know really what they speak of, while others might not be knowing that so much. Anyway, where is my... Ah, here it is. And then I use that in these 2 or 3 nights, and then I don't use that for the rest of the year until probably the next cold comes. So I think that's a very sane strategy, because if I cough at night, then the fact that my physical perception will be numbed somewhat, or definitely if it would cause me pain, then it won't, will give me easier sleep, and the sleep will be burdened enough. And so that's a strategy that in recent years I have adopted, and I'm very happy with it. And I would even go so far as to recommend it. And then I guess then the sneezing part is over, and the coughing will then slowly begin to ebb into the slimy stuff, and then it will stay for another week and will eventually fade out. That is how I know my colds, and so I guess this is what this one will also be like. And maybe if you... Hydration critical. Maybe you have seen that as clearly with yourself also, that your colds go down like this, and also maybe it's different for everybody, but I would assume that's not the case. Anyway, then now you know what to look for. And so, since I might not be even capable of properly recording something in the next few days, I don't know, I mean, it's currently feel fine, I thought, yeah, well, if anything, then I will continue watching the first episode and second episode of 1883, which I just started with after completing Yellowstone, which is super great, by Taylor Sheridan, who is a guarantee for a good show I've seen by now. Watched multiple shows that he's produced, or was the guy behind, and I'm very satisfied with that. Great. And that one is also good and has won some prizes and shit, so yeah. Then I will do that tomorrow, when I'm not capable of doing anything meaningful here. Or maybe just produce some video. I mean, I have tons of plans there, but I might not feel up to actually doing anything but to sit on my ass and stare out of my eyes and let it all happen and be angry at the world and probably once again accuse mankind and the religious people of somehow making me ill by some esoteric remote control energy concepts that I actually believe in and shit. Yeah. So what are the plans here? Well, I thought that I want to actually make that demining facility, which gets us silicon on one half of the two differently colored steel frames that are placed there, and on the other half we would get silver, nickel, and lead, so that we also have so that we have 5 of the 10 or so ores available. So what would we have then is of the non-ice ores. Silicon, silver, nickel, iron, lead. Silver, nickel, lead. Gold would be missing and copper would be so fucking missing. Cobalt I also didn't find much so far, or coal I have enough. So that's the situation then. I would like to build one of those things, and I would like to do that very efficiently. I'm not saying I'm promising to make that quickly so it doesn't get so boring. This will probably be anything but quick. I mean, you know, it's Stationeers. By the way, is everything set up correctly? Orbit timescale was 0.3, now it is 0.03, it's difficult to Stationeer, okay. But I mean, I would try to pack everything up and prepare and be very systematic about it. That's what I mean. Alright, so we're through here. Now let's, I would say, think about the atmosphere in here, because as I've seen in the previous episode, the CO2 is falling because I have so many plants, and I don't plan on removing them. I mean, I must be capable of having this. Having these plants here is like when I install some lights when I don't yet have the power and turn them on regardless, because I know that I have to build on the power, and it's good then to feel that pain so that you can solve it. In the same way, I want to do that with the atmosphere here, and the main concern here is CO2, so I would like to make a CO2 manufacturing thing, so that could be a pipe here in the station, and if this thing then produces CO2, then it might also produce liquid pollutant, because you know I would ignite the pipe with some fuel in it. This would produce pollutant. Then I could liquefy the pollutant, and then I could pump that pollutant, the gas from that liquid pipe where the pollutant is in, which will prompt more pollutant to evaporate, which will cool down the pipe, and so that could be an alternative cooling solution that we employ here. Not that I really need one, and it's better to have a reliable one, like this one definitely is. It's a fire and forget thing that I never have to deal with again. But that's something I always do. And I want to do things differently and learn more and get more routine and other things. So that's an idea. Then I should definitely clean up the scrap here, which I haven't really done yet. So there's building materials, so that's all useful stuff. Let's put all the crap stuff right around the corner here, like as if it's the opposite. Useful, 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 less useful, yes, less useful, and here's the museum. Except, maybe I should put the beacon here. Yep. The welding torch, it should be in the museum. If ever I need fire again that I create right here in the station, I would go to the museum and think, oh, the good old, yeah, the good thing that we didn't destroy that yet. That would be a nice touch to go to the museum for that one. Then we have this here. Though, where will I put that then? Advanced furnace, I guess here to the atmospheric stuff. Road flares? Atmospheric, yeah. And this? Yeah, the fire extinguisher. What about its canister here? I want to take a look at that. Because I heard that can be a very surprising event. So it is minus 39.9 degrees cold. I don't know if that's the temperature that it came as in or whatever. I will leave this here so that I consider it. It would be the only garbage remaining. Flare gun, more flares. Well, and for the deep miner facility, I would like to develop some source code. Where would I put this game? That can be abstracted. Like, it would be dealing with a sorter or two or three, doesn't matter how many, and I would then call it with the right arguments, like this is the name of the sorter, this is the type of the sorter, this is the thing that you should sort for, and then it does that. And then I would have a dynamic deep miner facility source code. Logic stuff. Should have a logic locker. Lolo. Mining drill. This is really old crap. Okay, there's another reminder. I have to deal with that. Yeah, funny enough, 2 of the 3 reminders I just got are about Stationeers. Okay, what do we have here? Portable generator. So that's another power source. Maybe we should bring that over to the battery room. And then we have the air conditioner package. Which, I don't know, should it go here? All the lockers here are completely empty, and I don't know if I will expand this further in this direction. Here's the power, but this would be because this room is completely separate. Here we are using 500 watts. All of that is light, and well, except one is the 50 watts for the IC10. And then we can see here what power is coming into the station. No, wait. Now this is the cable network that goes into this, and also into the other transformer. The other transformer powering this main station. And so what I should be seeing here is actually the power that I'm consuming. Here. Yep. And via the transformer of the main station. Ah, crap. Container mount. I will certainly bring some containers, and when I go there and do the deep miner thing, and I don't know when, then I will certainly go there with a rover to transport all the stuff. So in other words, maybe I should already prepare some kind of garage for the rover. That would be interesting. And, god damn it, as if I had planned it, which I have not. Guess what, when I was trying to encase my nice lander, up there it is, with walls and such so the storm doesn't get to it, I was doing that all over the place because it was escaping me, it was flying around. And one of the places that it went at some point was here, so I tried to encase it. This though could be the garage. I mean, it already has the right size. It's a bit lower than it should be, but that shouldn't be really a problem. Let's see. I should print some cladding. Because while it's not airtight, it is a great ramp for the thing to drive on. Is that an electronics thing? The Rover? Rover Mark II. Mark 1. Steel and Constantin. Constantin is slightly brownish. Steel. I'm sure I have steel. I was sure that I had a steel. past tense already. What happened? Okay, here we have 200 grams of steel. Ah, what am I doing? And here we have 64 grams. None grams, basically. And 2 grams. I think we should make some steel. But that brings me to that whole CO2 thing. No, wait, I prepared something out here for that. Okay, I want to print the motherfucker, so let's just use this steel, but also let's make steel, but I don't want to waste all those gases. Are you printing? Yeah. I also wanted to print some filters and some... there should be some lights out here. I mean, now that I have the power, I should use it. Also, these lights, maybe I should connect them to this side where really where the power is, where the big amount of power is. The big, beautiful power. Here we have a power source, and I could just use that for this. This will also save me some cables. Let's do that. And then install a few more lights. This is a different power circuit. What? Okay. So what I was talking about is here. Everything, we're talking about everything as per usual. Anyway, this thing had the sole purpose of sucking up all the stuff from here, pressurizing it so the pollutant would escape, and then I would stick canisters in here and get the nitrogen and the CO2, and I did so one time. But that took the entire previous episode, basically. Not that I waited the whole time, but you know. And this is for slapping on some radiators, because once I had 20 megapascals at 700 degrees Celsius in there, it took indeed an hour to cool down, even though I was down out here. But this is not good enough because it requires so much pressure, and also I lose all the pollutant. I don't know exactly what to do about this. I could of course just use a filtration unit, because a filtration unit is like IC10, you know, it's like programming. Just say, if it is this, then turn it into that, end of story. It is absolute brute power. Phase change is more elegant, or more, I don't know, more reality bound. Instead of just, I force you into submission reality by slapping this device here and clicking the power on. And so that's something I would like to try. Anyway, let's continue with this. I'm confused. Why is this, Let's see, is there more cable there? Yeah, there is, and there has to be. The light was on, goddammit. I would need a light on this side. Maybe on the back side too. The solar panel room should also have a light or two, maybe. Though, how would they be powered? The power is only flowing in that direction, not the other direction? Or is it? I could use that same power here. A bit iffy. Anyway, let's put like 10 lights or something and see if we can use them. Will make the station look better. Yeah, there should be lights around. Power's looking good. And yeah, lights. Yeah, this is probably really cold coming. I can almost feel it getting stronger. Maybe it's because I'm now speaking the whole time, but, you know. That would then confirm what I decided. Rather record this shit today, because tomorrow or the day after will probably not be the day. I definitely wanted to make a very super high quality short episode series of introduction for Stationeers, which I haven't done so far. I mean, introductions, yes, are plenty, but not very high quality. I mean, super polished and so forth. In the style, basically, of the turbo introduction that took 35 minutes, or roughly like that. I don't know when I will get to that. I've already prepared a few things, but not really built anything yet. Maybe I can work on that a bit while I'm out. But what I also feel like doing again since yesterday is maybe just do another just 6 or 7 hour blah 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 video where I just play the game and tell people how to fucking do it. Because those are generally accepted well and, you know, who knows. Copper, that will take a while. What can I do meanwhile? Yeah, cladding. Make some cladding. So we can toy around with that and see what it does. Dude. Okay, so cladding, that would then just be a flat panel, kind of like a flat wall, except these are non-insulated, they are not airtight. Now I don't know why they exist in combination also with the flat walls, but I guess trying to avoid our redundancy is not only rather impossible, but also maybe not really advised. And then we have this angle thing, and that could actually serve as a ramp for the Rover to get it up out of this basin, basically. But before I do that, I would have to build the rest of the garage, and it should also have a different atmosphere, so I would say it should just be, there should just be 2 large powered vents which can evacuate the thing, and that I would just operate from the outside with some lever. And there should be a logic chip inside that turns the lever off. So from the outside I say, okay, evacuate the motherfucker while I return to my station so that the atmosphere in there is different, so the thing is not affected by the storm. Oh, this reminds me of something I wanted to do a long time ago. And when I'm inside, of course I will not be evacuated, because then I would have severed the vacuum. But that's fine, because then I'm driving it. That sounds like a good plan. And speaking of things that are affixed to the outside of the station that I then operate from the outside for some internal functionality, let me just do some nice thing here. Ah, we're already done. What is this? Oh, the Rover, of course. You printed a Rover, that's what the Rover was, not the one. Some lights. Not 50 or 25 lights. Or maybe, I mean... Yeah, let's not blow through the materials, that's not wise. And there it is. And then I need a passive vent. Let's see if we still have some of those. We do, 1 exactly, good. Because when I'm outside the station, I might have sudden need to get rid of my gas, and I don't want to have to go inside. I could use this actually. Yeah. And then from the outside I will just put this, you know, and then I just stuff the canister in there for a moment, and that's it. How are we looking? 9. Oh, nice. Perfect. filters. What's happening? Oh yeah. Okay, let's empty that.
Waste tank critical.
And the temperature went down, but it was okay. Let's see how fast it goes down. 17, 14, 10, 7, -1.
Temperature low.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's enough time. Nothing, no need to worry. And another copper ingot just completed smelting, I heard. Yep. I have been playing with headphones for the last 30, 35 years. Yeah, I prefer that. I'm nothing enough if not consistent. That's about the dumbest way to connect this. Because there's no cable going towards these, so I have to lay one. So make it count. I should have some more cables. Shit. Would be nice to have an actual pillar here that is a bit higher. So I would now have added 50, 100, and then I would have added 300 watts power consumption to this area, which is it even protected from... Okay, there we have a fuse for 5 kilowatts, so that makes it safe. And I realize that's not necessary at all, because here we have a transformer. The transformer makes sure that this power line cannot ever draw more than 5 kilowatts. And I mean power line, not just power network. This cannot draw more than that. So this fuse is no longer needed. And we could, I just want to do that with a pillar, it feels right. And I need more cables. Maybe I should be able to enter the garage right here from my station. I could repipe this so that the passive vent is in front of this. Oh well, that doesn't really help. It would have to be here on the floor. That is feasible, a bit ugly I guess. I mean, I come out here, and right next to me down there is the passive vent. That works, I guess. Is that an insulated pipe? It is not. It doesn't have to be. So that pipe would go here and through the wall and up there. That should work, I think. And then here I could make an opening where we just continue. So I exit the airlock here, and to the left of me there's a corridor that is still part of the station then later. And this leads into the garage with a stair. And that sounds like we want all of those things and we want them now. However, what about this evacuation thought that I had? Then I would need an airlock right here. Or the entire room would have to be an airlock. Which is nice. Maybe we can, then I can program an airlock in IC10 for this room. That would also seem like something I want to do. Oh, let's do all of those motherfucking things. You can tell I wanted to put another one into that string of words, and then I couldn't make up my mind, and so it turned out stupid. Yeah, I would like to know the atmospheric composition here. Too bad we cannot affix a tablet on the wall, which to this fucking day I don't understand. Because, I mean, every science fiction game or show has some arbitrary fakey wall displays to liven up the place, which is an effective thing, and yeah, that's a good thing. But here we could have stuff that is actually meaningful. But here we cannot affix that tablet to the wall, we can only put it on the table. That is stupid. I think I wanna place a table here, so we can just walk over there and take a look. Yeah. Sounds good. Oh, which begs the question, by the way. I mean, I was over there in that room often now, 16%. But that room here, 16%, is detached from the other. So over time the atmosphere should drift. Hey, what's the temperature over here, by the way? 24. And here also 23 actually. Yeah, so two biomes. Oh, the pollutant filter needs replacement. Hard. So do my carbon dioxide filters. And I need the right selection. You're kidding me, of course. Need more iron. Bit more lively music, please. Yeah, that seems to work. If it doesn't get too trippy. Hey, I have an idea. Volatile pollutant. Well, I just thought, why not? I mean, this is right here, right? Why not put it on a mount here, so it can just pipe that straight out of the station? But I don't want to waste those gases, so I don't know. Anyway, would I have a... I could put a table here right in the middle of the room, so we have a section over here, and on that table I have a tablet stand, or two maybe even, though I don't know what to do with two really. So let's make a table. Should make an advanced tablet, which of course I then take with me. Let me assume let me guess, table consumes 10 watts. Tablet dock consumes nothing apparently. Okay, that's a bug. Let's take a screenshot. Maybe, I mean, maybe the fact that the bug channel is moving so much gives them an inkling of what the fuck they are supposed to do next. Anyway. Table. Well, let's look at this table then. Kit tables. Kitchen table. Power consumption. Oh, is that thing not powered? This one is definitely powered. 10 watts. Aha, okay. Definitely on this corner, because then it's more easily reachable. Then we need another Atmos cartridge. And now I can show you this trick again that I learned, because this guy is for whatever reason not takeable. However,
Waste tank critical.
I mean, same problem, but you get the picture. I found that out recently, myself, yes. Oh, I see that I want to change the music anyway, so that fits. That's nice.
Waste tank critical. Waste tank critical.
Yep. So what's the most used thing that I have here? I would say either the tracker or the deep miner. Maybe this should actually be an advanced tablet. Tracker and deep miner. This one for directions and that one for location. Let's make another advanced tablet. Man, the resources that this thing takes. I actually didn't notice the crowbar there. I think we're done here also. So finally we can close this up. That feels good. Could it be the entire station room is now closed? I mean, decorated? Yeah. All of them, all the fields. Nice. That's a success. Yeah. Should I make that white? Or black? I mean, I want to make it white because, you know, breathing stuff, atmosphere. But then again, that it stands out like a sore thumb here was not the idea. So we can just step up to the guy and see what's up. And to see if it's actually working, let's open the waste canister. Yep, it's moving. And charge it up too, else it will be empty. And we don't need a large battery for this one. See, good that I didn't throw away the old ones. I mean, it does need a battery, else it will not actually run, even though there's this charger thing here that doesn't work. And I find that pretty stupid, but here we are. Location. Not quite the same color. Needs a battery. Good thing I made an extra. And what do we put in here? I would say something that I needed a lot of times recently: the cable network analyzer. Okay. And if we need to look at the plants, we just take the plant analyzer thing, and here we go. Are they already fully grown? Yes, they are. So we have tons of potatoes right there for the taking. From behind. I think we still have over 100 liters here. 94. Okay. So what claddings do exist? We have diagonal and we have flat, and what is that? That is fucking huge. Wow. This looks like two ramps that are merging. And this is the same thing, I guess, except smaller and round. Same thing again, but 2 by 1. The same thing again, but 1 by 2, I think. 1 by 1. I guess this one and this one connects very well. We could build an observatory, actually. And then we're back at the ramp. Oh! Oh, as even better, a flat ramp. Oh my god. Yeah, that's good. These two belong together. I should get a room though, I need to build one. Cable. I wanted to put up some lights, I remember. And some... Do I need a flat wall? Not currently. Need to print some shit. Yeah, and then I think the next step should really be to decide, will I keep or will I not keep the gases of my furnace around? Because I need to make steel again. And this is basically the level indicator of the station. The more the station levels up, the taller this pillar of lights must become. Slowly over time. This is the mission. This is the campaign. This is the campaign, yep. Behold, the campaign. What's the power draw? I'm not sure. Can I see that with the cable analyzer? But there's no hotkey still. Why not, man? Why is there still no hotkey? So actually 1.5 kilowatt, 5 kilowatts allowed. Yeah. I want more lights. This one is intentionally dark currently. I could put a light right here in this place. Here, between the buildings. How about I make a little roof here, and that roof has a light? That could be neat. Let's try. Pretty dark here still. Oh yeah, in front here I want to, but no, I'm about to change things here significantly, and it would be good if I wouldn't place something in the way then. Really? Basically no building materials left here. Motherfucker. I didn't notice. The recycler was full. Did you see that? That was a good moment. Except, what is this? Reagent mix. Well, I guess this means that some of the stuff that was recycled was an alloy. And if I want to get that back, I have to toss that into the furnace at a temperature of 100 degrees or more. I think that's how it works. Wonder what that is. So how much is this? Oh, no more reagent mix. Well, do not do this and then click here, because then they will be mixed like when you throw stuff in the furnace that doesn't belong together. Currently, it is separate. I just need to make it hot to find out what the fuck it is, and then I will have that back. Nice. So we got some materials. Too bad I can't just toss this in that furnace. Do not cross the streams. Okay, now the seating. Yep. Feels better already. Wait, will I do it like this, with the beautiful side downwards? Just for a change, so we see what that looks like? Looks like this is not yet used. Safe. Oh, it's a glass door. Crap. Oh well. It looks a bit more alive, doesn't it? Not much, but yeah, a bit. Now let's do something rather random. Hey, why is this not being powered? Are you kidding me? What? Oh, I think it is because the transformer is prioritized. Okay. Alright. Yeah, electricity is a miracle. Well, on this side then. Well, it's already still relatively bright here. Anyway, let's put one here. Oh god, the same problem. The batteries are sucking it all away.
Power low.
Electricity, a miracle. Huh? Alright. Why is it doing that stupid sound all the time? I mean, the power coming in is 1000 watts. And the batteries are not full. In other words, the batteries want those 1000 watts. Why is this guy turning off and on all the time? It doesn't make sense. Oh, look at that. No. That was just coincidence. No. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay, the garage then, huh? So there would be a path here that leads down the stairs And at some point here, possibly up the stairs, there would be a door, an automatic door that is part of the airlock system. Because the garage needs to be evacuated, needs to be a real airlock. But that means that we would have a room that is very, very large, I mean, relatively compared to the rest of the station, that will sometimes have atmosphere and sometimes not. And that atmosphere will always come from the station. So we will have vast pressure fluctuations in the station. Water. Is this track trying to get on my nerves? The answer is yes. So let's vote it down and move on to the next. Okay, how much volume are we talking about? Too high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 30, 40. 40 boxes versus 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. And how many did I have out there? 1, 2, 27. And then these. So overall the pressure would fluctuate by a factor of almost 2, which is a bit much, if you ask me. Of course I could open this one, this would alleviate it, but I don't plan on compromising the nice thing that we have going here. Why would I? I mean, this feels... I mean, you know what this is actually? I think I got a great idea. Excuse me. Over here, this could lead into the station proper, where we live, where the bed is, where the shower is, where, you know, all of this just necessary infrastructure. And here we are greeted when we leave right away with, here's the technical stuff, here's the necessity stuff, here is storage, and over here we have production, oxygen, possibly a spacesuit holder here, who knows. Some basic hydroponics, better than nothing. Sounds good. Failed, hand closed. Oh, look at this. They are optimized. We're saving on rendering. When this is closed, they are not being rendered, including their shadows. Neat. I hope this is treated equally.
Hydration critical.
I mean, I would assume so. Is there a way to find out? Yeah, I think I just fucked around enough to find out. Yeah, cool. Stationeers news. The developers recently came up, blah blah blah. I don't know when that happened. No idea. Okay, now we know there's nothing in the lockers. It's all just fake. No. Cool, so they're optimizing it. In other words, the thing that no one ever does, which is closing the lockers because you need them and you want to know what's inside, that is actually meaningful. That accelerates your rendering. I mean, once I'm behind this wall, they will probably no longer be rendered, but still. There's a hierarchy of detecting such things. Once that is closed, the hierarchy stops with the locker. Num 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 num. What is the next step? I mean, the first step, I guess, should be to break open this wall and make this room bigger until up to that point. But no, wait, I have to make up my mind first. What about all of that gas? Or should I not do this at all and instead have... It would be cool to just walk here to the Rover and then enter and do maintenance in there, whatever, and then You also have the stormy side of things, when it's evacuated and open to the world. That would be a nice to have thing, and this large airlock thing also I would like to program that. So the problem is the pressure. So the alternative would be that the pressure, that the gas that is evacuated from the garage is not pumped into the station, but into some kind of storage, into a tank. That though comes with the problem of atmospheric mixture. We would have some pollutant in there, some CO2, depending on pressure. Well, as long as we have plus temperatures, that should not be a problem. That because even under arbitrarily high pressure, CO2 will still be a gas in this game. Same for nitrogen, of course, same for oxygen, of course. The only problem would be pollutant. In other words, I could just use that opportunity to take that garage as a pollutant distant thing, you know, the thing with the dis in the beginning of the word. By means of a passive liquid outlet on the outside of the station. Sounds good. That is now the plan. So, let's make this corridor. I need walls, walls I need walls. Lights too? I mean, I don't want to spam these guys just yet. Should print some walls, definitely. Exactly 30? What's the likelihood of that? Doesn't matter. The question is it what's happening? That's the question. So we need more walls, and plastic sheets are fine. I could print a stack of glass while we're at it. Don't know if the garage should be transparent. I mean, it sounds like that thing should, for a change, just be have a window or two maybe, but otherwise should be a closed box, because it feels wrong and everything is just glass. Glass. Some sticks. Forgot the sticks. That should be enough. And I could already make the door, right? There are people who have problems playing this game. I mean, I keep reading everywhere, particularly, I mean, on Discord, particularly on the Steam forums. And I'm not trying to be elitist here. I mean, you know that this game invites basically an attitude. Is attitude really the term? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that attitude is the term. An opinion that could be mistaken as elitist. I mean, people were saying it's so hard, the plants have so many parameters. Actually, I'm rather disappointed. The plants do have many parameters, but all you need to do is have your little breathing box where you yourself can also live. Some CO2 also, some water in there, it's not too hot or too cold, and then that's it, apart from the lighting. Okay, I mean, the light is such an important factor that I can just exclude it here in this list. Why? Because it is so important that you would certainly learn it so deeply that it becomes its own entity in your head and is therefore a separate topic. Anyway, you have to give some light, you have give some darkness, water, and they need to be in an atmosphere that is not too hot, not too cold. So your atmosphere, basically. I mean, there's so little things that you really have to do to care about these guys. Too little. Why shouldn't 30% of them die if you don't put some kind of, I don't know, stuff on them, which later you automate? How's that? In the beginning, when you're surviving, you would do that manually, of course. And by the way, you know that I don't quite refrain from saying things that come to mind and that I think should be known. When it comes to the topic of abortion, did you know that about 50% of all fertilized eggs, aka woman got fucked, now the egg is fertilized, that about 50%, that's half, or 45-ish, almost half, get flushed out, so they don't implant in the uterine wall, but they're just lost. Did you know that? Look it up if you don't believe me. You might say, okay, why should I fucking care? I think that's important enough to fucking care, particularly since the whole abortion debate is as a big topic, right? And considering that, I'm not trying to make an opinion here, I'm just saying anyone who cares about that topic should know this fact, and I think you agree. So, I need some pipes. Non-insulated for this purpose. Don't know how many. Yeah, I thought about that with the plants, you know, 1/3 it survives and blah blah blah. What's the weather station doing? All is well. We would also supposedly have heard that, yep. Airlock should be fully functional. Let's test.
It might be hot out on the playa, but it's chill right here. Soma FM 102.3.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that came out of here, I believe. Ah, condensation is happening in the pipe. Good. That's the oxygen being so very pressurized that it becomes liquid. So cycling that too often, not a good idea. If I cycle that too often, too quickly, the stress of the pipe will increase too much, the pipe will get damaged. Okay, so now we can make that corridor. I mean, the cable is a bit in the way here. Can I make that more elegantly? Can I, for example, pipe it over here? I would have to analyze the cabling situation. Ah, well, now I have an extra tablet. Too bad even the commander doesn't have an extra slot here. This is the commander uniform that you can print with the tool printer. It has 2 access cards instead of just 1. That's the difference. And the layout is like this. He doesn't have more money. I mean, you know. Or she, whatever. Didn't need the pill so far, but what if I need it? What if I'm in an emergency where I need this, and then afterwards, because I had needed this, also that? I should keep that with me. Yep. Maybe I can waste some glasses? No, that doesn't work either. So, toss, crowbar. That is, where's that coming from? Ah, from the left. And this is coming from here. And while I'm at it, I'm not sure if that's necessary, but can I even do that? Oh, yeah. Why is this black? I mean, this is coming from the indoors. This cable should be red. Why is it black? Right? Let's see. Cable analyzer. Yeah, we can see the benches in there, the grow lights. So yeah, that's the station interior. And those have red cables. Yep. Yeah, this one should be black then. Should it be here though? Can it be somewhere else? This is still the airlock, so I could cable that up from here somehow and then go in here. I think I want to try that, yep. I love this game. Sometimes I have the feeling it loves me too, but then I wake up and realize no, that's not true. This game is an asshole. What an abusive relationship. Oh, there's a heavy cable here. That doesn't fly? There's no room here. None. Like, nope. Everything is completely locked off here. There's no way. No way, no way, no way because of the wind turbines. What I could do, and that is a good idea I think, I could just toss these fucking wind turbines away over here. Still the same amount. Iron frames? What was I drinking? Why are these not steel? Anyway, okay. And this is why are these steel frames? I think they're iron frames. Steel frame. Okay. I didn't say anything. No, we heard you. No, I did not say anything. You will not tell anyone. I will find out where you live, and then you will find out why I said that. Then we can actually... I mean, I have been walking awkwardly through these... Oh. What's happening? Did I not... Oh, I just didn't click the button. Walking awkwardly between these wind turbines the whole time. No more. Now that the printer is no longer busy, what could we print? Some materials, some walls. I would say walls. Some steel walls, please. Also, the DJ. Could it be hanged, please? Is that a possibility? Something lovely and quiet, please. Okay, let's take this then. Wall. Kit wall. 64 watts, please. Iron. Steel. I find it stupid that the right mouse button teleporter can do from here teleports into just the left hand all the time. Why not the active hand? Wouldn't that make sense? Of course it would. I mean, the developers are now doing a project clinic and they have their priorities and so forth. But I would say, god damn it, let's look at all the motherfucking annoyances that the game has and try to tackle those. Because guess what? Everybody's annoyed by them all the time. I'm annoyed by them consciously because I'm so very aware. I can reflect upon them and say, hey, this is what's happening. See that thing there? That's shit. I mean, not saying others can't, but I guess it's well, not, let's say it's not par, but better. But just because someone doesn't see what annoys them doesn't mean they're not annoyed. But, you know, that doesn't really work, right? Because, I mean, if you're still here on this channel, then you have a high tolerance for annoyance, so my argument probably falls on deaf ears. Such a complex 3D interface and so easy to use, relatively, I mean, relatively speaking. If you consider how complex this is, I mean, this is literally a 3D editor. It is very limited, it's very specific, but that's what it is. And it's the game. Is that not special?
Hunger caution.
Before I do anything else, let's see if it still works. Well, apparently. So let's do anything else. Nice. Now we can make this little corridor here. But not the best idea. This means that I can no longer... Oh. Actually, that's fine, because this now makes these two airlocks no longer just redundant, which is a good thing. But now we have to make a choice. Wherever we leave, that's whatever we do. Because this wall here, which I'm erecting, wait, let me just rub it a little, that will actually make sure that we no longer, you know, I wonder if I should use iron walls here. I still have some, you know, to stay in style. Actually, yeah, I should do that. Spit it out, come on. Advanced furnace is also pretty overdue. I should do that pretty much before I'm doing the excursion, eventually, not in this episode, to build the deep miner outpost, because I mean, spacesuit for being out there in space. I didn't say stop, so continue playing. Iron wall, iron sheets. Oh, do I not have iron sheets? I do. I do have iron sheets. I thought, oh sheet, I don't have iron sheets, but I do have iron sheets. Let's just leave half of them here. I mean, I get why people might be annoyed by all this little fiddly stick stuff. But I mean, for me this game has everything. It has a puzzle game. Where do I put what? Where do I put what in my inventory? It has everything. It is for people who can just really dwell in the moment and don't give a fuck how long it takes. all of it is fun, for varying kinds of fun, and that fun could certainly be more optimized and streamlined, but fun it is. To make those doors, I need some plastic sheets though. And now I forgot
Low pressure. Pressure
the species for this
Oxygen
floor.
low.
Stupid!
Oxygen critical.
Yes, yes, I heard it. This whole queuing up of messages is a bit annoying. I mean, once the reason for the message goes away,
Power low.
but that's not easy to accomplish because the game is so complex. How would you say, this was the reason, now it's no longer there? Not easy to implement, I think. Glass door, is that what I want?
Hydration critical.
It's not what I want, and this is a particularly... yeah. Good opportunity. How do I remove this angle grinder? I need the composite door. Why didn't you think of that earlier? Because I'm an asshole, I want to make you suffer, that's why. What could be the reason else? What else could be the reason? And this one needs not 2, but 1 glass sheets, because there's not so much glass in there, obviously. Got it? Okay. I wonder if I should actually make this intransparent. But then I shouldn't have picked the, no, let's not make that intransparent. It's just, then I have to run in again and get the other walls, because the iron walls look like dog shit, and, you know, they're brown and there are little maggots in there. And, they are shiny because of their dampness. And you can almost see the fumes. And you can almost see that it's warm, but cooling down. And, yeah, things like that. Oh, I shouldn't forget the floor. Well, the floor, please. That would be the trick. Now I have to put some sticks in there. Only 5, whatever. Next up, stairs please. Oh, and I need steel to close this up. What just happened?
Hunger critical.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat, don't worry. Suit lady is like a mother. She always wants you to eat. Okay, next steps. We would break open a wall. I would put in some stairs. Let's print some stairs. Dude! This is too hard. What a difference. What a great fucking game. Stairs. Stacker, stairs and stairwell. No, not stairwell, stairs. I didn't actually check whether the walls are all closed there. I mean, they're probably closed, it's just a few. But I would check, I would play around with the stairs outside, and that's an opportunity then to test that also. Do I need steel? Yes, actually, I think. No, I don't. Glass sheets? And this one too.
Hunger cautious.
Whoa. Nice light, by the way. And the last one, which can now no longer decay, for it is now in the magic of the microwave, which is indeed a magical device. And it's just, I mean, ultimately, this is a 3D model with some logic attached. So if this is and then that, and then replaced with this, and then you have the item when you click and blah. That's how it's implemented. And it's very fake, isn't it? Then the question is, how real can you make it? But I, as a programmer, and I bet Rocketworks too, I bet, because I believe that's a universal emotion, would feel somehow the total allure to implement something basically as deeply as possible, simulation-wise. So you could say it's real, or it's more real, you know, that it's not just the graphics and the numbers counting down, but there's actually some stuff taking place, and we know that some stuff here is taking place. Okay, maybe not here, because I believe these slots are insulated, but in principle. Since I just published another episode, number 9, let me just check what's going on over there. Any views? 64 views, 4 likes. Thank you. Maybe it was the thumbnail that was so very alluring, or it is the title, The Age of Abundance Beginneth. You know, it's a shot of the locker room. Or maybe I was just lucky, because ultimately it's a matter of weather. I guess these two assholes would have been downvoting. The last 3 videos will also show up again eventually. Anyway. So you only want upvotes? I want neutral or upvote. I don't want downvote. Now, of course, if that happens, that's just the way it is. And, but I mean, if I'm honest, what does my emotion say? The only thing that ultimately matters to me. Now people would then naively pretend as if they know better than me and would say, only your emotion matters, you're loveless, what about other people? Dude, I have factored that in. Actually, basically, I wouldn't call myself holy, but I would say that my emotion is in tune with the people, you know? Not necessarily with you in particular, but I mean in general, golden rule, that kind of stuff, that coexistence stuff. So if that emotion is satisfied, then I have done and lived in compatibility that is sufficient for that. And so the assumption that this is not the case would rather go by the other assumption that the default is to be loveless and to assume that that is me too. And so thank you, I will throw that accusation right back at ya. Is everything closed? The floor is closed, the walls are closed, the ceiling is closed, and the door is closed. Everything is closed. Let's open that up now. Stairs. On this side, the other side will be a wall. but the other side will be a glass wall, so that will feel a little as if it's an open space. And so emotionally, for someone walking the stairs, it's better if there's this handrail, I guess. Also, I mean, what if you have some trouble walking? Then you would like there to be something that you can lean on. So let's do it like this. Here could be some electronics. Over here will be a wall. Will there actually be glass here? I don't know. Too bad I brought back the iron sheets. The music is for people who don't prefer living on Earth very much, so let's pick something else. Nope. That's at least neutral-ish. Yep, let's use this. It has some connotation of floor. Thing that drives. Then here a window. 2 windows. Same on the other side. But will that even be enough space for the rover? And here will be hangar doors. And all of this will be double-walled, but not now. Next up, I need to bring walls and print plastic sheets. Huh. Confronted with a new situation, he chose to open the other airlock. Maybe I should give this thing a name, and I already know which one. Airlock 2. And while we're at it, copy. Airlock 1. Sheets. Give me 100 sheets, please. What do I even need to make the rover? You need electronics printer tile 2 for this, which I have, okay. We need the kit, we need 5 plastic sheets and 5 steel sheets. Plastic sheets are in the making, steel sheets should also be made again. And I bring some iron sheets for welding, good thing I see that. And frames, no. What's missing? Walls. Walls are missing, yeah. I think we don't need more than 30. Yep. Oh yeah, and now let's do the magical thing and open the wall. Let's see what the temperature says. Save. 100 kilopascals, 24 degrees. Well balanced. Huh. No! Definitely need a light in here. And floor decoration? Hey, what am I doing? This will be an airlock. That means that these cables should be on the other side. Or should I just put the airlock logic in this room? That wouldn't be the wrongest idea. Because that room would then have some purpose, you know? There would be a chip here on the wall and... What did I say about suicide music? Don't play it. No, copyright. Yeah, it works. So not sure how to deal with this yet or what exactly to do here. There would be a cable that goes here, blah blah blah. Okay, that's clear. How do we proceed? What's the air mixture? 16% CO2, fine. Let's just continue building the garage casing for now. Actually, one or two of these could be glass, so I can look at the sky. Which ones? One, two, three, four. Well, lamely, I will just pick the two ones in the middle. Sealing is done. Looks promising. I should leave a hole somewhere while I'm still building this thing. Oh, I know which one. This one. Actually, it's good that I have some windows in here because opening those to just get through while I'm building this is very useful. Yep. Man, there's so many holes here. How will I drive? I'm wondering if I need the cladding after all. Maybe I will just dig out a trench here now that there's so many holes anywhere nearby. Why not just level everything? Not what I wanted. Oh. Huh. Well, not great. Maybe I should add the cladding after all.
Hydration critical.
I'm just thankful that I'm not accidentally finding some copper here. Aha, it is soon morning. All these holes everywhere. At least I want to connect a few more. Right behind that wall. I was curious, how long? Could actually keep digging until the cliff, but if so, then not now. Looks very different here, doesn't it? There's Jupiter. So let's build the rover, and should I? No, I should first make sure that I could, if push comes to shove, evacuate this room manually before I place the rover in there, and then suddenly push comes to shove. Should one of these be a window? Should all of these be closed? I think I will make these two windows. And this one not. And I will pretend as if that has technical reasons. So how about some hangar doors? These are too high, so I need hangar doors that are 2 plus whatever extra there is. I think the air out here when we're here should have some slight tint to it. So that instantly when we're back in here we can feel, okay, this is normal air, can now breathe. Not necessarily normal air, that's not what I mean, but I mean, it's pretty cool to know that this is deadly atmosphere, or this is the planetary atmosphere, and then now it's being sucked dry, and then we're going back here, and everything is good again. You can open the helmet. But that would feel more immersive. I mean, the game doesn't feel immersive enough. You might say it feels very immersive, more immersive than most games. Well, but there's so many things where it doesn't feel immersive, and that's my reason. Refresh batteries. Save. Check upload. 64 views for upvotes. 73 views, 5 likes, and 1 upvote. This one's going well. I'm glad. Let's see what they say. Oh, Bailin. If you go rockets, I'd use the pumped liquid engine. It's much easier to use than the pressure-fed liquid or gas. I heard that also, that pressure-fed is a problem, particularly during landings, so it's better to use pump. And you're in Europa. It's super easy to get fuel. All you will need is the LVOL, LO2, liquid volatiles to liquid O2, just pull from the air. The main hard part is knowing in the engine what input is what. On the engine, if you have the two liquids inputs away from you and the power data near you, left is input 2, oxidizer, right is input 1, volatiles. Final note, the default setting on the engine is 70. It's not the optimal setting, and later we can upgrade the rocket to NOS fuel. And yes, it's worth doing. Okay, upvote and a heart from me, and I will respond to that later. Okay, and I need some more fuel for myself, actually. Excuse me. On we go. This I should test. I've kind of lost track. Yeah, I'm making some hangar doors. Interior linear rail door. I think no, that's for the linear rail, for the Larry. Linear expressing whatever. Can't remember. I just know that the only lowercase character is exactly in the middle. L-A lowercase r. Yeah, linear articulating, so L-A-R. Rail entity, Larry. Linear articulating rail entity, Larry. Interior doors, skid door, blast door. What about the hangar doors? Small hangar door. Where are these made? In the pipe bender? Why? How are these pipe bender material? I mean, once you need hangar doors, you will certainly have progressed far enough in the game that it basically doesn't matter which printer you're using. The only question is it an appropriate printer for that topic? And it is not, I think. Screenshot. Steel. Oh crap, I need steel. That's crappy. I guess I need to make steel then. Or do I have some steel lying around somewhere? I don't think so. God damn it, another reminder. Permanenter Stress und Hektik bestimmen ihren Lebensrhythmus. 2 Rennen genügen. This is iron, this is not steel. Can I keep those gases around somehow? I need to make those hangar doors. So let's take this steel now. This does make it more tedious. Yeah, split it up then. I will need multiple of these, however, first I want to check what's up. Did I print some extra powered vents? I don't think so. I would have come across these while cleaning everything up. I'm pretty sure there weren't any. Nope. I would need 4, I guess, for proper sucking dry of the room. And I also need a tank. That tank should be insulated, I would say. It depends on where it will stand. I could put it on the outside, for example, so it doesn't take valuable space from the garage, but yes, it's a catch-22 situation. I want to find out how much space I need, so I need to build the Rover. The Rover then is exposed to the elements if I don't suck the garage dry because of this bug in Stationeers that if an indoor atmosphere is similar to an outdoor atmosphere, the storm might get it too. So I need to be able to remove that atmosphere into the tank. Let's print the tank then and see how we fare. Insulated or not? Does anything speak against an insulated tank? No, it doesn't. Should it be liquid tank? No, normal gas tank. Kit insulated tank. That would be 6,000 liters. The garage though will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wasn't it 30? Yeah. 30. 30 times 8,000 divided by 6,000 is 40 times the pressure. 40 times 100 is 4,000. So we will have enough so I can use a tank like this. Yeah. So 1 is actually enough. Hangar door and... Hello? Let's see what the cladding looks like down here. It looks completely superfluous. That's what it looks like. And what about the opposite direction then? What is happening? That would actually make sense. I don't know if I want to place it here though, because maybe the garage needs to be even bigger. So now about the door. That is a small hangar door for 1 floor. Then we have the large one and the medium one. The medium one is the one that I need. You can see here that we have some I mean, it looks like it is very tall, but it's not. All of this stuff needs to be mechanically shifted into its housing, which is underground. So the door will not be will be placed here like this. So I need more of these so I can make the medium one. And for the large one, I guess I would even need more. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more hangar doors to be able to do this. Except, of course, if only the center will have the hangar doors. Then I only need 3 more. And I think that's more reasonable. So what about the tank then? Should be near an outer wall, so we can do the thing that I said with the phase change. I mean, how big is the Rover? Like this, right? The garage is big enough, I think. Still need to make the interior walls, but first the thing is supposed to function. Click. Oh no! I need to make the electrics for the door. Yeah, nice track, but what about this annoying sound that's in there? Is that really necessary? Ah, people. Yeah. So Rover would be, a crate is from here to here. The Rover would have a crate on its back, and then there's the front part of the Rover. I guess the Rover's overall size does not exceed this length. It might be a bit wider than 2 fields, maybe 1 field, I mean. I guess 2 is enough. So yeah, let's do that. Let's close the front, except for 2 things where the door will be. That sounds reasonable, and then we have some space for infrastructure and all that stuff. Should I go mining? I mean, I need some copper. And soon enough we will actually have the opportunity. It's not long now until there's morning. What would I need if I go mining? Let's see how empty are these things. This one I should take with me. And since I'm already kind of gearing up to that, maybe I should already carry it with me as a reminder. Cladding will be needed. The glass, yeah, I still need to make some walls. Do I need this? Yeah, to build this hangar door, I guess. And, wait, that's cladding. To build this hangar door, I guess. We need 3 more hangar doors. Silicon. Oh. Of all the things. 3 more, so I need more copper in here. Oh, insulated tank. No, hangar door. It needs steel, copper, gold. I need a little bit more copper. Gold is fine. Steel. No, steel. I need more steel also. Shit. That's annoying. Should we just vent all that material? I shouldn't do anything right now if I want to go mining, because it will only lead to catastrophe. I need to be able to control the situation here, which means that it's not yet sufficiently abstracted. And other ones. Definitely enough nickel. Well, a little bit more lead wouldn't be bad if I find any. Definitely would like more of this stuff, so that should be up here, really. That's fuel stuff. That wouldn't be bad, yeah, I should take that with me, because I need to make a fuel mixer at some point and should prepare. Gold, we have enough, I know. Silver, I'm not sure. Is okay. It looks like it's enough. Ish. A little bit more wouldn't be bad. And then coal is pretty much full. Yep, it is pretty much exactly full. So these are the things that I should take with me if I go mining. Once I go mining. These three. And of course these three, which I will probably not forget, these two. So let's put them here, because that will make me think. We are sinking. What are you thinking about? Not lucky with the music today. Need tons more steel, actually. Oh well. It doesn't matter. I have to go through that. Some more walls out there. Shit! I mean, it's not the worst accident to happen, because I would have wanted to do that anyway, but not now. Ah crap, we need two of these. And then flat walls for the floor later, not now. Maybe I should check on the power situation while we're at it. Definitely need more resources. No way around that. 4? I thought we can only make 3. I thought wrong, obviously. Okay, so I would say full batteries all around, except for these two. All the batteries are basically full. Okay, so power situation solved, and I mean I have some put up some more lights an hour ago or so, and those didn't actually burn these batteries significantly. And now 5 kilowatts more will come into play as the sun returns from its journey around Jupiter, and being a light that is near in the atmosphere, shining down, moving about in circles around the center, which is of course Europe or something, or whatever. Sigh. I'm not too familiar with Flat earthism. Forgive me.
Hydration critical.
Medium hangar door. Is there such a thing as a front and back side? Well, there's such a thing as a polarity at least. Let's see if that looks different. It shouldn't. I think it should be really on both sides. And it is. So this is an arbitrary choice, apparently. What about the connectors? They are at the bottom, so it's really a free choice. Let's make them symmetrical then. In hopes that they actually look the same. What? 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 Excuse me? If I turn this thing around, the other hangar door is in the way? How is that not bonkers? Screenshot. Huh. What do we need? Welding torch, 2 steel sheets.
Play the game.
Yeah. Neat. That looks fine. I mean, the colors suck, but we'll have to work on that later. Don't know how to spray paint this yet. It's not yet decoration time. Nope. And speaking of which, it's also not yet time to close the floor in this particular place. Really? Volatiles here? Right under my nose. Huh. Don't mind if I do. Ah, damn.
When you listen to the sound,
Oh, time to mine. What?
when you listen to the sound,
Airtight critical.
Excuse me? Oh, shit.
Jetpack critical.
Okay. Where's the brown tablet? Here we go. That's working. Both tablets charged? I would assume so. Do I have enough filters? Yes. Do I have enough power? Yes. Bit more of this would be nice. And then it's time to mine, I would say. This one should also be welded later. Let's choose a completely different direction for a change. And this one too. Because maybe we discover something. And first and foremost, we need copper. Ah, there's copper. Haha. Climbing up to Jupiter. Wicked to reflect that is really down, not up. Yeah, I didn't need more gold, I rather needed more silver. Need in quotation marks, so I'm doing it wrong. We'll just take both of them. I should also at some point make the security printer and print some mining charges, because mining is more fun with those. Huh. Don't know where I saw that silver. I can't find it right now. Oh well. Where's the station? Are we really that far away already? Oh. Maybe that's why I can't find the silver. Not bad. More gold. There's a lot of gold on this moon. Copper. Oh, I forgot to mention that these are ones that I also want to take with me. Just because I don't have a backpack for those. I already used gray for lead, black for coal, white for silver. What should I use for silicon? Huh. Blah, iron. Disgusting. Copper, don't mind if I do. Fuck. Some certain stuff is just not so easy to find, yeah? Like cobalt. At least there's lots of copper, that's good. I guess I will have to mute the song, but whatever. Maybe we're lucky. Oh. There's one way to check how full the battery is. Maybe it's a regional thing and we can't just find any cobalt here because that's not in this region, because that's also a thing. It's not just for deep miners. Everything can be defined now with regions. And the way they implemented this is pretty awesome. Because you can just define the name of a file, two-dimensional file, like an image. Actual image file. That will represent the map. And on it you have colors. You paint, like it looks like painted in MS Paint with exactly red, exactly blue, that kind of stuff. Or whatever color you choose, doesn't matter as long as it's exactly that color, because then in that XML file that defines the world, you don't just define the name of this file, you also define which color means what. And you can use these in all kinds of contexts. And that's a completely extensible concept. I don't know how many angles of this already exist in the game, because those of course would have to be implemented by the devs. But yeah, definitely for the deep miner regions, definitely for the ore regions. And then the ores too, they can be defined in a complex way. They can be clusters, they can be trees, they can be long rows, they can have any arbitrary form. How an individual ore cluster is assorted. Probably also how extensive they are. Cobalt! Don't mind if I don't do. Rare shit. Lead. Yeah. Why not? Copper, looking good. Cobalt? Nah.
Hydration critical.
And that is really the limiting factor, isn't it? So, how far away are we from the station? Have to look at my brownie here. 500 meters. Okay, that's manageable. Too much copper.
Help low.
Okay, coming home. Wow, what's with the frame rate? Okay, let's calm this down a bit. That's the grow light. Battery room, and it's very, very, very full. That's what I wanted to check. What wasted electricity. Okay, and how are we looking here? 1.5 kilograms of iron. And in the station we have another kilogram of iron waiting to be used. How many potatoes do we have still? 13. That's plenty. Alright, so the next thing I think I should do is make steel, because once the furnace is hot I can also toss the other stuff in and make use of the heat. I mean, fast smelting instead of wasting all of that electricity. Man, power-wise I think we are on the winning side now, huh? Basically, it would be a waste not to use this, but I will use it soon enough. Cobalt, go away. I don't need you right now. This I don't need right now, because I have enough on me for making some fuel. Some furnacing, I mean. He said making furnacing is like making love. Yeah, it's actually is. So then we have silver here. No, that's not silver. Silver is that stuff that is so silvery. And then we use the key combination. Here we go. And again. Here. This one's actually full. This one actually could use some filling. That was a good run. Well, no more space for gold. Why didn't this move all of them? What kind of logic is this? Okay, that's that stuff. Yeah, that's still that same stuff. Behold, I have copper plenty. So that future is ensured. For some time. Hey, what? Are these the same? Oh! Oh, thought I had accidentally reopened the same thing. Not bad, not bad. Look at that, all of that silicon. And I could just toss that all into the furnace at once. I mean, why not? I need that stuff so often. The age of plentifulness has begun. Pretty high pressure here in the station. This one is ready for more shenanigans, and this one I could indeed just toss entirely into the furnace. It's all silicon, yes? Let me just check that. Yep. This I can then also smelt separately, of course. And while we're at it, why not this too? It's not like we're creating some mix here, some cocktail. That also... Silver, no. Okay, now let's prepare some smelt. Actually, let's make 2 mining backpacks. 2 delta. I found that too cute when Scarlett Johansson said that in The Island. 2 delta. Slightly drunk. Steel. How do I do this? I have to get rid of some stuff, so I guess let's just toss a little bit in the arc furnace. What is something that is... well, iron would be best. Don't have that though. Now I have enough space for all the maneuvers that I have to perform. That is 1 kilogram of iron. So I did the math already for 500. If I add half of this again, like if this is 750, then I need 250 coal. But now I have this. Okay, I have to do the math. What is 1000 divided by 3? That doesn't work at all, of course. But why not make even more steel? I would just assume I have 1.5 kilograms, so I need 500 grams of coal. 500. That's 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, that wasn't really productive. $50, $50, $50. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8, 9, 10. That's 500. 500. And then 3 of these, yeah, that is the correct steel mix. And that's what I want to bake now. And the furnace will be screaming. Will be lying on its back, the legs spread, and it will be screaming. Right. Maybe we should put the ladder here, huh? On this side. Yeah, let's put a ladder there. On the other side too? I don't even know if this works. Let's just make 2, see what happens. Man, the ladder implementation sucks. What dost thou say, smartest phone? Ah, a wild comment appears. And that comment stateth: use it for its intended purpose other than... No, that's not what it says. It says, that looks so clean. And it does. Referring to my storage room, because that is what episode 9 was pretty much about.
So NBC did this really interesting.
Yeah, that's some other video that I have yet to watch. 116 views, 2 comments, and a third one by me, and 7 likes, no downvotes yet. What's happening? Are the assholes currently not in town? Or are they currently getting fucked? Anyway, so is some room here? Ah! That doesn't work? I mean, it's okay that it doesn't work, but I didn't expect it to not work. Angle grinder, that makes sense. Yeah, it's good that they are not exactly opposite, because otherwise we would have this fucked up effect, which led me to say that the implementation is shit.
You didn't say shit, you said it sucks. Don't confuse us with what's confusing what you said.
Okay, I will take care in the future. Bloop, bloop. How are we looking? This is closed, the pressure therein is 0, so let's fire up the fucking furnace. Alright, maybe I should first get the mixture right. Steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick it in the butt. And then the right one, please. Nope, that's not the right one. This is probably the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, yeah. Well, go in there. And melt! Oh. Almost full. Pretty much. Basically nothing. Yeah, the iron deep miner facility. And I could make it much more efficient. I mean, by placing a second deep miner here and 2 more. How full is this? Oh, I'm actually confused. I'm pretty sure that the deep miner outputs more than 2 centrifuges can muster. But, I mean, no. Right? Or is this just a rhythm thing? Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong moment here. After all, they empty themselves every once in a while. Pressure is still relatively low. Surprising. Yeah, of course, because the iron that I'm putting in there is already degassed. It hasn't yet begun to take in the coal, which will change things a bit. Temperature is still okay. Not that I could do anything about it right now. if push would come to shove, I could connect something to this input, and I still have some fuel in a tank and in a canister. That would kick it in the butt again. Yep. Oh, now it's cooling down. Okay, that's not good. I guess it will cool down too much. It might actually require this kick in the butt that I was just describing. The fuel that I put in, 8 volatiles and 4 oxide, is probably not enough. Definitely not enough for the steel that I want to make, but the furnace might actually freeze. I mean, as in... what's the word? Die, basically, so that I have to revive it by putting in some more fuel with the other pipe. Yep. Okay, it's already late. I have to stop this soon. Now it's taking in all the coal. And I think we can already tell the furnace will probably not go through with all of this. Though 3/4 are iron, 1/4 is hydrocarbon. This will only be 500. I think this will actually work. Yep, looking good. Okay, then let's put in how much would we need. With all that stuff in there, I would say let's do another 8. Processing, mining backpack. It's louder and louder, even though it's not heat. We would expect the sound to be a reflection of heat, but it's not. Excuse me, why is this not getting hotter? Wow, the fire was out? Yeah, of course, it's not just about heat, it's also about... well, we have some overpressure problem here. Still consuming fuel. And then when the fuel is consumed, of course the fire dies. What remains is heat. I would just have expected to somehow... I mean, if it's hot enough, then it should auto-ignite, huh? Shouldn't it? The fuel. Maybe it would, but it was just not hot enough. Anyway, it's still not hot enough. We need to put some more stuff in there. Okay, we're getting our steel. Wow, that's a lot of steel. Now with all the gas in there, I'm not sure if I should toss in this guy, because we would still need 900k, 900k indeed, to melt this stuff, because it needs 900k. But there's too much gas in there. I have to suck out some of the gas. That's what she said. No, that's not what she fucking said. What to do? Almost all of it is CO2. I would like to keep that. So how much pressure do we have here? We have a volume of 1000 liters in here. We have 600 liters, which is like half of it basically. Anything in there? No. And we have 33 megapascals, so that would be 66 megapascals, or rather like 60, but it will also cool down, so I guess this can actually all be pumped over here. It's important that the pressure here falls significantly, so we can melt all this other crap. Tool survey. Are we all here? Yep.
Hydration critical.
How much steel do we have? 500, 1 kilo, 1.5 kilograms. We have 2 kilograms of steel here. 2 kilograms of steel. Dude, this is a fucking crime. 22 megapascals. Looking good. And pressure in here, 22. Yeah, it still takes a while. while. Meanwhile, despite all these lights up, we're still at full batteries. So definitely enough power production going on. Finally, we have established a station that is energy-wise viable. I mean, electrical energy. That keeps producing, that has become plentiful when it comes to resources, but we still have so much to build. And now we can, because we have the resources. Yeah, 23 megapascals plus, no, that's not how that works. 21.3 times 2, let's say it's 40. Actually, I don't know how to calculate this now. Anyway, let's look at all the stuff we have. This is to be melted. And I wanted to print some shit, right? That I couldn't. Now we have these doors. I should print some large powered vents. I should also smelt lots of copper, but I did already, somewhat. Not all of this, I'm not crazy. I mean, not that crazy. Kit powered vent requires steel. Let's see if we have some steel somewhere. Oh, there it is, 500 grams. Some electrum, we do have that. Invar also. How many can I print here? There would be 32, which would be for 32, which would be for 16 large powered vents, 2 of which I will need now, in other words, that would be overkill. Pretty much overkill. Oh wait, the limiting factor would be the electrum here. 90, that's 20? No wait, 10 times 5, 18, right? Yeah, 18. And so that would be 9 large port vents. Yeah, maybe I should do the thing now. Stop sucking.
You suck.
And then heat this thing up again? How hot is it anyway? 800k, that's fine. Still burning through the fuel. Lever is closed, very good. Oh, which reminds me, I do have these two Matzeballen that I should toss in there to find out what they actually were. Of course not simultaneously, one after the other. So, how are we doing? Producing silicon, Temperature is over 900, which it needs to be. Looking good. Yeah, let's bring those guys, lest I forget. Oh man, it's already 11 p.m. Oh. I want to decide entirely over my own life. What I do with my time, with whom, or alone. I want to be 100% completely unlimitedly free in this regard. I know this is a pretty crazy demand, but that's my demand. Wonder how much silicon that is. I didn't really count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, maybe 32. And 32 is 30, 1,500. Oh, well. Like 1.5 kilograms, maybe, roughly, yeah. Yeah, okay. How is it still... I thought... Wait, what? Silicon. Oh, right, of course. To melt an ingot, I would need, yeah, 900k. And yeah, that's the difference. It's saying here 1 kilogram of silicon, not 1 kilogram of silicon ingot. That's the little difference. Almost 600. 800, 900, I mean. We'll produce 1.5 kilogram of silicon. Here we go. Now we can suck that dry. All of it, because the pressure is too high. But anyway. Maybe it's time to print a shit ton of glass, huh? I mean, glass needs 2 of these. So I would print 250 glass. That is a possibility. I don't know if that would be too crazy. How much glass do I have right now? By the way, I'm not yet done smelting, am I? Ah, the pressure is too high. 3 glass sheets. What? I have... What the fuck? Okay, then... Well, I guess it's time to bring some glass. But no, not that much. I might actually end up at some point just not needing standard glass anymore, and then I would be pretty pissed to have wasted all that silicon. Let's go with 200. Would you shut up out there? Still 900k. Huh. This one requires 600k. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I guess the pressure differential is the reason that we are pumping so slowly at this point. So, I guess it's time to fetch some radiators. I didn't tell you to do that. Why do you do that? Should have brought the canisters too, huh? I should have brought the canisters too, yeah. And now I target the airlock twice, therefore increasing the amount of liquid oxygen therein. Yeah. 400 grams of copper. Thank you very much. Now let's make sure that we empty the furnace a bit faster than so far, by making sure that there's more volume available here and thus less counter pressure. And here we can toss in some gold, I guess. Oh, I basically have nothing left to smelt. Except this, yeah, this of course. What's in there still? Nothing? Okay, let's see what this is then. Invar! Thank you! And the other thing? Steel. I don't fucking give a fuck. I should actually toss this in the recycler out of spite. Lots of pollutant, yeah, well, not for long. Or rather, I mean, this episode will probably not see the end of this, because it's really late, I have to go to bed. Gotta work. Yep. Actually, let's nip this in the bud right now. Lots of resources to do great shit with, and I printed way too many large port vents and things. Another day ends. I bid you farewell until episode 12.